It's very important that these two muscles work in combination with each other so that the pelvic floor muscles don't get overloaded. They need to work in unison, and training your core in a way that doesn't increase intra-abdominal pressure or tension the pelvic floor. That is the easiest way to do it. And number 3, strengthening your core using planks, and I'm gonna show you the exact ones I want you using in a second, is to help you regulate your intra-abdominal pressure. So by taking pressure off of the pelvic floor, by bracing your core the right way, when you do activities such as coughing or sneezing or quick movements, those are the movements that are typically causing your urine leakage. So by strengthening up your core, it's actually supporting your bladder so that the bladder and the pelvic floor don't become overwhelmed, resulting in leakage. Planks are just my go-to favorite. All right, option number 1, we're gonna do an elbow plank. So elbow plank is when you come down onto your elbows and you lift up and then you lower down horizontally. Pro tip, if you widen your feet out, it makes it just a little bit easier. You have a better base of support. You can hold this for as long as you like. Now, if this is too difficult, you can drop down to your knees and you can hold the plank like this. Just make sure that your bum's not high in the air. That's called cheating. So these are called elbow plank holds. Now, plank variation 2 is a plank with shoulder taps. So feet really, really wide. You're gonna brace the core as the arm comes up and tap the opposite shoulder. Squeeze the core muscles and alternate. I like to do 3 sets of 20 of these. And again, you can do them on your knees too. Brace the core, squeeze, and tap. Those are alternating planks with shoulder taps. Variation number 3, we've got plank side to side rocks. Why am I out of breath? Well, you try talking to someone while you do these planks. It's hard work, guys. All right, side to side rocks, 3rd and final plank. Come down onto your elbows, come up onto your feet, get those feet really wide on the floor, and you're gonna rotate the hips left to right. As you lower those hips down, squeeze the core. These are gonna fire up your core muscles so fast. Whew, and relax. Now, if you haven't trained your core in a while, you're gonna wanna start very slowly, minimal reps, and slowly build up. But what I like to do is I will add in core exercises into 3 of my exercise days per week. I'll do 3 rounds, try to do around 20 reps of each. Now the elbow hold, I like to hold for more than 30 seconds, but give it a try. If I were you, I would try scrapping the other core exercises that you're doing, or maybe you're not doing any at all. I like to start with planks as the best way to strengthen our core without further fatiguing our pelvic floor. All right, the 3rd and final strategy to help you fix urine dribble, urine leakage for good so that you don't have any more of those annoying accidents are pelvic floor stretches. Now, I have made so many videos on this in the past, so this is not gonna be an in-depth tutorial, but a stretch is stretching all the muscles that surround your pelvic floor. All of those muscles that attach into your pelvis, your groin muscles, your hip flexors, your quads, hamstrings, glutes, those are the muscles that we want to target, because if you sit for an office job or if you're driving trucks or driving cars, those muscles are going to get so tight during your day. And when they get tight, that means that they're also fatigued. So those muscles, your fatigued pelvic floor muscles, they no longer have the capacity or the capability to hold your bladder when you cough, when you sneeze, when you go to zip up your pants and leave the bathroom, contributing to the problem, contributing to the leak. So I like to do my pelvic floor stretches every single night as a nice way to kind of wind down into the evening. A really easy one that you can start with is called the knees to chest. So lie back. You don't have to do this one on the floor. You can do it on your nice comfy bed. Why not? So you're gonna bring your knees up, you're gonna spread those knees wide, and you're gonna pull them up to your chest, and you're gonna hold this for 40 seconds. Now you shouldn't feel any pain. It should be a really nice stretch in the groin, and then you're gonna come down after 40 seconds, and then you might do that one a second time. Now, the second and final stretch I'm gonna take you through is the happy baby. Take this one slow. It might not be appropriate for everyone because it's quite challenging, but this is the home run to get into those muscles. Happy baby looks like this, okay? Excuse the close-up on my groin. On your back, feet up to the ceiling, reach through the legs, grab on the outside of your feet, spread those feet wide, and you're gonna hold. My foot is in line perfectly with the ceiling. You don't want your feet narrow. Use those arms to spread your knees wide, and you should feel that all through that pelvic floor. And now if that's too easy, you're gonna pull those knees into your chest, and you're gonna hold. I started out with 40-second holds, and I progressed to 60 seconds as I went on. So guys, the 3 strategies bringing this full circle. Number 1, to fix your urine dribble and your urine leakage is to do a double void. Whether or not you sit or you stand, I don't care. You need to be peeing twice every single time you go to the bathroom, both in public and at home. Number 2 is adding in planks into your workout routine. And if you don't have a workout routine, you can start by doing planks 3 to 4 times per week, as long as it's appropriate for your situation. We went over the elbow plank, we went over the plank with shoulder tapping, we went over the plank with side-to-side rotations. Take it slow, start with 3 sets of each, 10 to 20 reps, okay? And then number 3, third, finally, we went through pelvic floor stretches, stretching out all the surrounding musculature that impact our pelvis where our bladder sits. The looser we can get these muscles, the less fatigued they become, which increases their capacity and their capability to hold your bladder. I hope you found this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for honoring our gentleman's agreement. Again, make sure you comment gentleman's agreement below so that I can welcome you to the community if you haven't done so already. And if you need more personalized advice, I offer free 15-minute calls where you can tell me a little bit more about your personal situation, and then I can tell you about either my 1-hour call or my top-level one-on-one coaching, which is where I step into your life to help you fix any of these intimate problems that you're experiencing quickly. I know that might sound crazy, booking in a call with some medical professional on YouTube, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it. If you like my videos, you are going to like me one-on-one discussing your situation even better. And what I want you to ask yourself is, what is that worth to me? Because for a lot of you watching, these symptoms have been going on for months, if not years. I'm offering you a solution where I can help you as a coach get on top of these really quickly so you can just leave them in the past. But anyway, I'll let you book into that free info call down below using that link in the comments and in the description. And remember, regardless of your situation, keep going, and I'll see you in the next video.
Do you like the dramatic chair entrance?
Yeah.
It's a YouTuber thing. Hey.
What is going on? How many is it like? What's using 1,500? But this stuff. I see. Wait, is it because I'm trying it? Just walking. Or what? You want to watch it?
Do you like the dramatic chair entrance? Yeah, it's a YouTuber thing. Hey. I'm going to retire.
Yeah. Because they know when it is. Why isn't it posted?
And I'm going to sell the resort property. You saw that in the title of this video. You probably assumed they were clickbait. They are not, unfortunately. Well, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it. And I'll explain. But yeah, not clickbait. And I want to explain, but I want to start more from the beginning. So for those who don't know, I think it'll make more sense. I am a YouTuber, and I've been a YouTuber for a long time. I actually started this channel in 2007. That was right around the time when YouTube was bought by Google. And back then, YouTube was totally different. You could not get famous on YouTube. You could not get an audience on YouTube. You could not make money on it on YouTube. There were not ads. I started a channel just because I liked it. I wasn't trying to get famous. I just thought it was cool. And I would share videos with my friends. They look like this. That was my Corvette. We just did dumb stuff and filmed it and sent it to each other. And sleepy eyes. Whoa, 12 cents last night. I made 12 cents while I was asleep. Not bad. Whoa, 7 cents last night. Cool. Whoa, 24 cents? That was a big night. And it was fun. I thought it was so cool. And then everything changed. My little brother found a baby deer, and he took it home and gave it to my little sister, who bottle fed and raised this baby deer. She raised it alongside my family's black lab, and they became really good friends. And one day she filmed what they always do. They just would play. And so she filmed them, and they're playing in the front yard with a soccer ball. And she showed me the video, and it was super cute. And I was like, hey, I make a few cents every night. So if you want, I can upload this to my channel. And because back then, no one knew there was any money on YouTube. Like, no one had any idea. But I was like, I have a channel. It's already making money, like dollars a year. I told her this video could make like 50 bucks, and I'll split it with you. And she was like, sweet, do it. And so I uploaded it. And then one morning, I wake up sleepy-eyed, look at my phone, and I'm like, does that say $7? I made $7 last night. And then I'm like, that says $700. What? That freaking video made $700 in one night. And I was hooked. I already was obsessed with YouTube before I could make money on it. And then when I made $700, at this time I was a veterinary student. I was in vet school, super broke at that time. And so I started filming every cute animal I could find. Here's a hawk. Oh, badass. That video was terrible. As were all the other ones. None of them went viral. I didn't know at the time. Now I know you can just make a viral video happen. I thought I could because I had done it before, but I realized it's like an unplanned thing that actually goes viral, not a planned thing. And so I couldn't do it. And finally I was like, screw this. I'm just gonna make videos of things I like. And so I started Demolition Ranch to make gun videos. That was in 2011, so I was still in vet school at this time. I made some gun reviews, some like comparison videos. I did some tests, like nothing crazy. Until a buddy and me were like, well, let's take all the birdshot out of a shotgun shell and fill it up with custom homemade shotgun shells. That went viral. It was crazy. And I'd been making videos for a while before that happened. So there was a big gap, like years in between dog versus deer, custom homemade shotgun shell. And I started getting subscribers, and it was crazy. And then another year went by and I had another viral video. And then 6 months later, another viral video. And by 2013, I'm out of vet school at this time, and I have more free time because I'm not a student anymore. And I was like, I'm gonna actually put some effort into these videos and make the videos good. And so I started like working harder on them and making them good. And that, of course, made them grow even more. So we started getting more subscribers and more views, and it started taking off. And then in 2014, I started Vet Ranch because I'm a veterinarian and I do really cool stuff there, and I thought people would like to see it. And they did, and that started growing. And then I was thinking, well, I do a bunch of other cool stuff, like car stuff, and I build things, and I like fixing up houses. I'll put all that on the Off the Ranch channel, because it's off the Demolition Ranch and off the Vet Ranch. Perfect idea. And then that channel took off. And then pretty soon, Demolition Ranch gets on the same level as all the other big gun channels that I'd always been watching. I never thought I would get to their level. I didn't even plan to. It just kind of happened that now I'm up here with all these channels that I revered. And that was crazy. And then it kept going, and it passed everyone. And we became the largest firearms channel on YouTube. And then Vet Ranch became the largest veterinary channel on YouTube. And then Off the Ranch just kept growing as well, and it was crazy. And we surpassed every single goal or aspiration or even dream I ever had, even idea. I never even had an idea this would happen. And we just passed it all. And it was awesome. Super fun. When you're doing really good on YouTube, you're your own boss, you make a good income, everyone tells you you're awesome. It feels good. So we kept on going for years and years and years and years. And so now I'm like, why am I still doing this? I love YouTube. I've loved it. But I've surpassed every goal I've ever had with it. And my wife and I realized recently, and it sounds stupid to say we realized, but we really did. We realized our kids are getting old really fast. And they're not gonna be in our house a whole lot longer. And that's hit us real hard. And I know that in the next few years, when all of our kids leave our house and we're empty nesters, I'm not gonna look back and say, I wish I made more YouTube videos. I'm gonna look back and say, I'm glad I slowed down a little bit and looked around. And so I want to slow down and I want to look around. I'm wound up pretty tight. I'm always thinking, I'm always doing stuff, as you guys who have been watching for 18 years probably know. And so I don't think I can like half do YouTube. So I'm gonna completely quit. I'm nervous, I'm sad, because I love it. I'm sad and I'm freaking out. But overall, I'm really excited. Yeah, we're ending a chapter that's been a great chapter, and we're gonna start another one, and I don't know what that looks like. The resort being for sale is actually the reason that I'm having to make the whole video about me quitting YouTube, is because I hadn't really planned on saying that yet, because I just decided it like a week ago. It just clicked in my brain that this is something I need to do. But we did list the resort for sale a few days ago, and you guys instantly saw the resort online and were like, is this real? Is this a scam? Like, what's going on here? And so I need to tell you the truth and tell you what's going on, but it is for sale. If it sells, great. That'll make retirement even easier. If it doesn't sell, great. I probably will keep working on it, just without a camera in my hand. Also, I do want to say, if you do have an Airbnb reservation for Love Shack or Freedom House or Farmhouse, don't worry, you're safe. It's going to take a long time to change ownership of this place. And so we are for sure good through the summer. After that, I'm not sure how it's going to work. But throughout the summer, probably through August, your reservations are safe. Please don't cancel them. Actually book more if you'd like, because they're also operational. Tiny House, we're still about to open that one up. So, and then also camping. We're gonna have camping pretty soon out here. And so those are all still good. Everything's still operational. I will still be out here working all summer. Guests are still gonna be out here all summer. It's just the videos that are going to stop. That's it. So for those who have been here for 1 month or 18 years, thanks for being part of it. Thanks for being part of the ride. And I don't think I'm coming back. I think I'm done. I think I'm gonna fade from the limelight and see what I'm like, not as a YouTuber. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I'm too young to stop working. I just want to stop working as a YouTuber. I might be a veterinarian again. I still have my license. I know this is a shock since you just came and you see that I'm quitting, and I'm like, later, I'm never coming back. You are in luck, because I'm not leaving right now. I still need to do some stuff. I need to tie up some loose ends. We have a few companies we're working with that I need to finish out some contracts with. I want to finish the Hummer build before I leave, because I don't like leaving that thing half finished, because it's close. There's a few things I'm gonna do. So we will still be making videos for 2 months, but we are winding down. Plus I wanna make sure we have time to find places for my crew to go here, because I love these guys. They've been working with me for a long time, and we gotta figure out what they're doing. We still have lots of stuff to do outside of the videos, but it's going to be getting smaller and smaller without videos. And so we gotta figure that out as well. So we have some time. You and I still have some time. Boom. Demolition Ranch, off the ranch. Done. Thanks for watching. I do love you. And I'll see you tomorrow. I'm not leaving yet. 2-minute warning, then we're going home. Do not make me tell you again. Get your shoes on.
Description. I want to add a description. Yes, I believe. Read. I'm just featuring those videos that people that think is fun for you. This video.
I've been living off of mushy food because of my mouth. I can't open my mouth all the way and my jaw is all swollen, so I had to literally live off ground beef, mushed up bananas, and mushed up avocados and soup for like 2 weeks.
Hey guys, I'm healing really well. As you can see, I'm going to do a little side profile for you. So this is what I look like right now. Today's Saturday.
Let's talk about what happened. Everyone already thought I got plastic surgery when I came back to the internet. 2 steps ahead. That's my tour now. I'm going on tour for 2 steps ahead. People thought I got my face, my body, everything was just plastic surgery, and that's why I looked the way I did. No. I had never, ever had plastic surgery in my entire life. I lost weight over almost 2.5 years. It was like 2.3 years, about 8 to 10 pounds a month. It was very slow, very, very hard. Tens of thousands of people. I remember it was going all over TikTok.
On the website, and you can buy tickets. So the last one is Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, California, very close to me. How many tickets? Let me see. Not choosing to buy them only for just to see a show for what it needs to be.
Like millions and millions of views. People zooming in to my face. People were so convinced that I got plastic surgery. And I actually never thought I would. Until after I lost the weight, I had a big problem. And that was a massive, massive double chin.
It is what it is. You either chop it off or you deal with it. I'm hoping that red light, vitamin C, the fact that I'm young, hope for the best, but I'm willing to try whatever. Massive double chin. Basically all of the weight that was around my face, in my forehead, around my eyes, my cheeks, it all fell down. With gravity, the skin, everything fell down and it collected right here at the bottom of my face. I was very lucky though, because from the front, you couldn't really tell. And I would also position my body in a certain way, angling it forward and kind of looking up at the screen where it would pull the skin back even more. And you would just never know I had that issue. You would never know. Hi, internet, it's me again. I have a huge double chin, like really, really big. So when I make YouTube videos, I stretch it out. And like, if this is the camera, I look at you guys like this. And I'm stretching it out. So when I turn and demonstrate for you, look at that jawline. It looks so smooth, but it's because I'm sitting like this. I'm not sitting normally. It's like a, but it's because I'm sitting like this. I'm not sitting normally. It's like a, it's too much. It's like, this is what you expect out of 70-year-olds. This is not what you expect from a 30-year-old man. And you're like, everyone has one, they push it. No, they don't. And also, I'm not pushing it. And look, I don't want to look like this. I don't want all this skin. But the moment I would turn my head to the side, the truth would be shown. And that's why I started growing a beard, you guys. People were like, why is he going ribbon? What's going on? I actually don't really like having a beard. I mean, maybe I'm still kind of getting used to it. Can you actually let me know? Comment. I don't know if I should have the beard, but that was the reason I did it, because I want to draw attention away from the sagging skin, especially from certain angles in the side profile. But I can't just not show my full face ever again. And out in public, I'm going on tour. You know, I'm doing like this big meet and greet tour. People are going to be taking photos with me. I'm going to be like hanging out with people. I was very self-conscious about it. Very, very self-conscious. So yeah, it was pretty bad. I never thought I would do plastic surgery ever in my entire life. I really never thought I would. But I mean, I toyed with the idea while I was losing the weight, and also before I started losing the weight. I remember like 4 years ago, I said on Patreon, you guys, once I do my weight loss journey, I mean, because my patrons knew, on my Patreon account. I'm so lucky no one leaked it. I was really like, oh gosh, someone's gonna just like put this out here, but no one did. And no surgery, I'm gonna lose the weight, okay? I'm gonna earn it. I'm gonna lose the weight, and then after I'm down to like 190, 180, I'll see if I have to like do skin removal. I don't know, I don't think I could do that very well. You guys know me, I'm a when it comes to surgeries and needles. Ugh, I can't. Just, okay, let's change the subject. I don't want to pass out. I don't like being this big, you know? I don't like being this big. Like this fucking double chin full of fucking water. See, look at all this. I mean, look at this. After I lost all the weight, I was like, you know, I'm not going to be able to live this way. Again, the tour, again, performing live, being in public, and even if I didn't even have a YouTube audience, I still really, really hated how I looked. It was so discouraging to have all that weight under my face, because I worked so hard at losing it. It took so long. Do you know how long 2.5 years is? 8 pounds a month. It was like a slow grind. It was so annoying and horrible. And finally lost 250 pounds and still felt like somebody that needed to keep losing weight. It wasn't fat, it was skin. So I knew how to hide it with the angles, okay? I looked a certain way. Facing forward, never turn my head to the side. If I did, I would stick my chin out on purpose like this.
Okay, so listen, you work the angles, you get the cheekbones, you get the chisel, you do the little glare.
This is me before plastic surgery. The angles, you get the cheekbones, you get the chisel, you do the little glare. From the angles, yeah, it looks good. But just from my profile, from standing in line at Starbucks, I look like I'm already like binging out. Like, oh, he's letting himself go. I'm not. I work so hard. Very hard to better myself. Pick up all the shattered pieces in my life. Put myself back together and just get a life again. Facing one of my biggest fears in life, and that's anything medically related. So it came to a point really quickly after losing the weight that I was like, you know, I'm just gonna have to suck it up and get this chopped off. I have a big fear of surgeries. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Everyone's gonna be judging me. It's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be painful. Oh my gosh. Sometimes people come out of surgery and they look horrible. Or you guys know, what's that famous Botched? I didn't want to be on Botched. Could you imagine? I mean, yeah, it would be funny, but it's not funny. It's never fun. I mean, that show's so entertaining. And I started watching episodes of Botched saying, oh my god, what if I end up on here? I'm sorry, it really hurts to smile. My cheeks, ow. So I started searching for the best. I said, you know what? If I'm gonna go under the knife and I'm gonna do this, I want this person to be the best of the best of the best. I want them to have years of experience. I want them to only do face. I didn't want to do somebody that did face and, you know, back and butt and chest and legs. I wanted only face. Their specialty, you know? That makes sense. That was the first thing I did. The second thing I did was like, I wanted to be in the United States. I did not want to travel internationally. A lot of people get their faces done overseas, but there's risk and you don't know. The people are less held accountable. You can't sue them, it's overseas. It's scary and I just didn't want to do that. I also wanted somebody that had good results, easily available on a website or on Instagram, something like that. There's so many surgeons, I mean, I hate to say it, but it's just the truth. They don't have a portfolio available. They have no Instagram account, or if they do, it's just like words. It looks like spam, like Google Images with like a quote over it. Like, no. Show me your results. Show me your craft. Show me your skill. I don't want to read. It annoys me. Like, it's horrible marketing. And you're talking to someone that I love marketing. I'm really into marketing. I love it. It's so intriguing. And it's just the way to mobilize people. It's the way to excite people. Marketing matters. And I'm sorry, but if I have to dig hard or like call your office and be like, can you send me a couple, it should already be easy for me to find, because that's how you build that trust for people. So that actually took a lot of people off the list. I'm not gonna feel comfortable if I can't see your stuff. So then that narrowed it down even more. Another thing that really helped to narrow this down was finding a surgeon who did a deep plane neck lift, which is very different from a regular neck lift. The traditional neck lift is just about like pulling the skin, tighten it and stuff, but the deep plane neck lift targets the muscles, the tissues, the glands, because you don't want to look just pulled, and you don't want it to just revert in 4 years. So a lot of surgeons do not do deep plane neck lifts, they just do regular neck lifts. That goes for facelifts too. Deep plane facelift is different than a regular facelift. So this was another factor that really helped narrow down who I wanted to do my face. I narrowed it down to like 20 and I started getting consultations. I started reaching out. I'm not going to go into every single person, but long story short, I selected Dr. Ben Talley from the Beverly Hills Center. It's in Beverly Hills, obviously. 2 weeks out from the Beverly Hills Center.
Graduated from the University of California with a PhD degree in physiological science. There's receiving both college and and a new recipe. With the California San Diego School of Medicine. Dr. Talley was nominated with a goal to begin consistent living with a free clinic in San Diego around the Colombia.
It's in Beverly Hills, obviously. 2 weeks out, I gotta say, the first thing, Dr. Ben Talley, you are amazing. I'm actually just, I don't even know the right words to say. I mean, thank you. But how did you do it so well? There's no implant in here. I'm shocked. There's no implant. And my neck, I can actually see my Adam's apple. I couldn't even see my Adam's apple. So I just feel like I have a more manly look. Dr. Ben Talley, you are amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I can't even find the words to describe. I still touch my face. I'm like, this isn't me. I'm dreaming. I loved him, and I loved what I saw on his Instagram account. These people come out looking so much better, and it never looks overdone. It never looks like they're stretched and pulled. It always looked natural, and it always, these people, the before and afters, it took off like 10 years of their life. They would come for their neck lifts or their face lifts, and it always made them look at least 10 years younger. And honestly, I wasn't trying to look younger. I am young. I was really just trying to, okay, I went into this just to address the double chin. I actually had no idea I was gonna do a facelift. Let me just say that too. I wasn't like, oh my God, my cheeks, my eyes, nothing. I didn't want to change my nose, my eyebrows, my lips. I was happy with who I was comfortable looking the way I did. I just wanted that gobble under my chin to be removed. And so that was a neck lift. I wasn't searching facelifts, I was searching neck lift. But in my research and over time, talking with Dr. Tale and just other surgeons as well, face and neck are kind of hand in hand, especially lower face. So my facelift, I got an actual facelift, but it was a face and neck lift. And it treated from the lower part of my eyes down. It didn't do anything to my forehead. See my forehead? See all the wrinkles? You know, that's still there. I didn't get pulled up like this or anything. Like all scary. Long story short, I ended up doing his Aura Lift. Now that's his patent name. It's a signature name for what's basically a deep plane facelift. Face and neck lift. And it's an extended deep plane facelift. So what that means is that when he cuts open the skin behind my ears, he peels back the skin, kind of like filleting a fish, all the way here. So he just opens it all up on both sides. So sometimes facelifts just target like up here, or neck lifts just a little bit here. It's like he releases all of the skin, releases all of the muscles, and repositions it. I know that sounds very scary. To think I went through that is actually kind of crazy. But the reason is, like I said, I only wanted my double chin addressed in this whole ordeal. The reason is, if I were to get a tight neck but not address the lower face, jowls would form. I already had jowls forming, and it didn't really look like it with certain lighting, I already had jowls forming, and it didn't really look like it with certain lighting, certain angles. Again, I know I work my angles on the internet, but truly, under regular lighting, you could already see jowls forming. And this is natural as we age, but I had accelerated aging because of that weight loss. So I had more skin dripping at the sides of my lips, more skin dripping on the bottoms of my cheeks. So in order to lift the neck and make it look natural, you had to also lift the lower face. But I had so much skin, that if you would have pulled it, just the lower face, it would bunch up. So he had to do slightly under the eye, and then that came up. Oh my God, my skin, like it's just losing elasticity. It's just loose too. It's definitely, it's loose from the weight loss. And then he's like, you know what? We should do a very light brow lift. So that's what these incisions are up on the top of my head. That's from the brow. So my eyebrows are less curved, like McDonald's arches, and they're more slightly arched, a little more straighter. So I'm gonna look at the camera normally, and I might put up like a before and after photo, so you can look at my eyebrows right now. They're less curved. They're less like McDonald's arches, and they're more a little bit flatter, and they're raised from the corners. They're not raised like this, like the traditional way of doing eyebrow lifts, where you look surprised all the time. No, he still kept. So I think it's very natural. It's a subtle little thing. So that's what I did, everyone. I did an actual facelift, primarily a deep plane neck lift, but it ended up being a whole deep plane facelift, neck and face, and that's his Aura Lift. That's his patent name for what I got. So yeah, I know. Ouch! It hurts to smile. Oh my gosh. I still can't believe I did this. I am in shock. I've been in shock, and I'm so happy. So happy. Oh my gosh. I have been literally crying tears of joy. Tears of joy for 2 weeks straight. Look at the side of my face. Look at that. Do you see? I have no double chin. It looks like I have an implant. There is no implant here at all. None. That is my natural, that is an actual chin. He tightened all of the muscles in my neck to give it more of a dramatic result, really. But still looking natural. Look at that. I think if you didn't know me, again, imagine that these things are gone by the top of my head. I know I'm swollen. But if you didn't know me, you would never know that I got plastic surgery. You just walk down the street, it doesn't look like, oh, look at that guy's big chin implant. Oh, look at that guy, look at all that work he had. No, you would never know. And honestly, let's say too, for the record, sometimes you look at people and you know they have work done, but they still look really attractive. I can actually think of a few housewives, you know the Housewives, a TV show from Bravo with Andy Cohen. There's some of these people on that show that it's very obvious they had a lot of work done, but they still look really good. Like I look at them, I'm like, you're so exotic looking. Like that's actually not a bad thing for some people. Some people want the look, and some people look better than their natural look. So I just want to throw that out there too. I'm not trying to be like, oh, only the people that come out looking all natural are the best. Some people naturally are not. I think it can really enhance some people to look like a different person. It can be a really cool thing, a really beautiful thing. I'm actually thinking of some news anchors right now. I'm not gonna say who. Anyways, that's not what I still feel like I look like me. That's me. Like you can tell it's me. Not like, oh, is that like a relative of Nikocado? No, you know that's me. That's Nikocado. Like that's just when he was skinny. So I still look like me. But the chin, you guys, the chin. I'm so happy. So happy. Sorry. I know I'm supposed to be eating. I'm doing so shocking. My dream came true, and he did an amazing job. And now I'm looking at other surgeons now that have the I haven't made a video for 1 week now, and I have my reasons for that. I'm looking at my face, I'm looking at what Dr. Talley did, and I'm comparing to the other surgeons I was considering. And I'm like, oh, see, I almost went with that guy, and I'm really glad I did, because I'm looking at it through a different lens. I'm like, but mine looks better than, his before and afters. It's really not about just cutting off skin and stretching it back, which some surgeons do, you guys. There's different ways to do a facelift, I'm telling you. Oh my god, thank god that I went with Dr. Talley, because I'm like, I got like the best result because of his specific method. Very few people in the world even do it like this. There's like the old school way, there's the generic way. He's one of the only people in the whole world that does it this way. I'm like, oh my god, thank God I chose him, because a lot of surgeons that I talked to, they all said you have to do an implant. If you want to like make it look really snatched, because that was my goal. I'm like, make me snatch. And the guys were like, no, for snatch look, you're gonna have to implant. Because my problem was my chin, if you see here, this doesn't line up with the top of my lip. It goes inward. It's recessed. So pretty much every surgeon said, if you want to look snatched, you're gonna have to do an implant. And I didn't want to implant, you guys. I'm not saying there's anything bad. I know a lot of people have them, they're happy with them. I personally, I am a professional hypochondriac. I'm a professional worrier. I would just worry every single day of my life that it's like going to get infected, or it's like detaching from the bone, or it's being rejected, or it's shifting and have to get cut open again and no, if I'm going under a knife, I want it once and done. I'm just so thrilled to have my double chin gone. It's been so amazing. Let's talk about the actual facelift. Let's talk about the actual procedure. Well, leading up to the procedure, there was really nothing I had to do other than just be there, kind of show up. I didn't have to change my diet or anything. I had to stop taking all supplements. And then, I had to like get some basic checkups to make sure that I qualify. I had to do the consultation. Other than that, there was really nothing else I had to do except fly to Beverly Hills. And we arrived like 2 days prior. I went 2 days earlier, and I visited Venice Beach for the first time. I walked on the boardwalk, which is like a famous boardwalk. I was so self-conscious, you guys, because of my double chin. So I was wearing a mask. It just covered it up, and it just gave an optical illusion. Hiding my double chin, because I had to shave to get the chopped off. Like, look at the difference. And then if you take it off, you get that. The reality. So I wear my mask under my chin, so I take photos with people. I honestly, I felt disgusting. And I know that's very harsh to say about yourself, but that's how I felt. I felt disgusting. I felt very insecure. It made me not want to see people. It made me not want to be out. Like, I like being in control of my camera. And that's another reason, you guys. People are like, why aren't you doing more collabs? Why aren't you doing interviews? Everyone wanted to interview me when I lost weight. All these podcasts, the TV shows, so many, like, a TV. I turned everything down. Every single thing I turned down. Because this chin, that's how bad this chin was to me. Because I couldn't be in control. I couldn't be in control. And I kind of liked when people were like, oh, you got plastic surgery. I kind of like the speculation. I'm like, let's let people wonder. I felt embarrassed. I felt like I didn't do a good enough job. Isn't that horrible? Isn't that freaking horrible to feel like you were not good enough? And I didn't want to show people the neck. So anyways, then surgery day, basically I went in for markings on my face and I passed out. So, a lot of people that watch me, you guys know I have vasovagal syndrome. It's actually called vasovagal syncope, which basically means you pass out. Anyone that's followed me for a long period of time, you know. I pass out when I get my hair cut. I pass out when I get my blood pressure taken. I pass out when I just think about blood, veins, and needles. Sometimes the word blood makes me lightheaded. I see it in movies. $1 Million Baby, pass out in the movie theater. Just that scene where they're putting her nose back in place. Ooh. See, even just thinking of it now, I'm starting to get the feelings, you guys. So, like, it's been very difficult for me over my entire life, actually. Going to the doctors, the dentist, I pass out at the dentist. Even if I'm laying down, remember in Thailand, pass out when I clip my toenails and see the veins bulging out of my foot. I mean, this has been a problem for my whole life. The blood drive announcement at school, passed out. Health class, taking our pulse in 6th grade, passed out. The desk flipped over on top of me. Everyone laughed. Like, it's always been a problem for me. So I really faced my fear here. That's how much I hated this double chin. I faced my biggest fear. It's like the feeling is horrible on my foot. I mean, in movies, about blood, guys, so like, it's been makes me lightheaded. I see it in movies. $1 Million Baby, passed out in the movie theater. Vasovagal syndrome. It's actually called vasovagal syncope.
What? Vasovagal syncope.
Which basically means you pass out. Anyone that's followed me for a long period of time, you know. I pass out when I get my hair cut. I pass out when I get my blood pressure taken. I pass out when I just think about blood, veins, needles. Sometimes the word blood makes me lightheaded. I see it in movies. $1 Million Baby, pass out in the movie theater. You know, just that scene where they put her nose back in place. Ooh, see, even just thinking of it now.
Je commence à ressentir les émotions, les gars. Donc, comme ça a été très difficile pour moi, tout.
Entire life, actually. Going to the doctors, the dentist, I pass out at the dentist. Even if I'm laying down, remember in Thailand, pass out when I clip my toenails and see the veins bulging out of my foot. I mean, this has been a problem for my whole life. The blood drive announcement at school, passed out. Health class, taking our pulse in 6th grade, passed out. The desk flipped over on top of me. Everyone laughed. Like, it's always been a problem for me. So I really faced my fear here. That's how much I hated this double chin. I faced my biggest fear. It's like the feeling is horrible. I actually feel like I pass away. Every time I pass out, I feel like I go into the stars. And I know it all sounds corny and funny and stuff, but there's been some times where I've passed out and I felt like I passed out for a year. I told Dr. Tale, I'm like, in our consultation, I'm like, hey, I love your work. I'm really excited for this to happen, but I have a fear of surgeries and I will pass out. I'm just letting you know. Can you deal with it okay? Is it okay? And he's like, first of all, it's very normal, Nick. Just letting you know, a lot of people pass out. He made me feel at ease just in the consultation. That's why I knew this was the guy. He got out his little magic marker, his Sharpie marker, and he started making all these markings on my face. And just him making the markings, I started imagining like knives, like cutting. And I passed out. After he was done doing the markings on my face, it was time for surgery, you guys. It's kind of a blur. It happened really fast. I still can't believe I did it, but I did it. Basically, the nurses walked me into the back room, the surgery room. I remember they're like, just keep walking forward, honey. Don't look, just look at the floor. Because the room is surrounded by equipment and all these scary things. Like, for me, it's scary. Tubes and like needles and instruments. I mean, it's just, you don't want to look. I can't say enough good things about the nurses. Like, I kept saying it in my vlogs on my other channel. You guys will see it. I could not stop talking about how, because that was the last thing I remember before going out. It was those 2 nurses. The nicest people that just made me feel so good and calm, and they made me feel comfortable. And I really need that for someone that has medical anxiety. Like, I really needed that. I don't actually remember the surgery. I was so afraid of that. I don't remember anything. I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't feel anything. I woke up, and it was the next day in a hotel.
I have underwear on, it's okay.
I like to hold on to you just in case you're like,
Oh, I thought you were covering my butt or something.
you're going right through it. Try not to turn your gown.
Can't remember that.
That's it. Say goodbye.
Say goodbye to that double chin. Oh.
Good done.
Reed.
Oh,
I did it.
Way to go.
Yeah, I know, right?
Can you look here and give me, I'm 2 steps ahead? I am 2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. 2 steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead. Sorry, Reed.
That's right. Tell them what's up. For sure. Nice.
Feel good?
The only thing on my mind right now is how grateful I am. I just want to send this message thanking everybody. I appreciate you. Thank you so much and accepting me for my weirdness. I know I'm a weird person. I've accepted that a long time ago. I just want to make people laugh and smile in my own quirky way. And for the people that like it, they like it. And for the people that don't, I don't. So thank you, everybody, from the bottom of my heart. Happy, 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 happy. Thank you, everybody. Ciao.
This was a very interesting night. I slept probably 2 hours in total. It was very hard to fall asleep, very difficult to fall asleep. And I was kind of euphoric for most of it. My tooth extraction hurt way more, and the pain before and after the tooth extraction hurt way more. And also, I think my wisdom teeth hurt a lot more than this too. I was crying. I didn't even cry. The drains did not hurt coming out. I thought they would. I didn't even feel them. I was like, whoa. And I was very numb. Everything was numb. I just felt numb. And I had all those stitches in. I looked really crazy, but I was speechless. When Esther, my nurse, handed me that mirror, I was speechless. I was like, oh. Didn't know what to say. I knew it would be good because I'm working with one of the best surgeons in the whole country. I knew it would be good. It still exceeded my expectations. Like, my expectations were already high. So, yes. Got the drains off, looked snatched, looked amazing. And then it was a lot of recovering. I honestly, truly thought this would be like a 9 out of 10. And I'd be like grinning, suffering through it, grinding my teeth. Oh, none of that. Ever. And then like the next day and the next day and all of the days recovering, I kept saying on my vlogs, I'm like, this is not that bad. Like, yeah, there's some pain, especially when the sun goes down. It's always worse when the sun goes down, but that's all sicknesses. Have you ever noticed? If you have the flu or the cold or whatever, like when the sun goes down, you always feel worse. I don't know how it works. There has to be a reason. I never Googled it. But the pain meds that they gave me took it all the way. It would go from like a 7, like, oh, this is starting to hurt, down to a 4. Like, this is totally manageable. Totally manageable. Totally manageable. And I am a wussy. Instead of a W, put a P, okay? I'm not saying the word. I get a paper cut and I'm passing out in front of you. And here I am with stitches, swollen as can be, busted open, and I'm totally rocking it. I wanted this so badly. And so if there's like a little bit of pressure or there's a little bit of pain coming, like, I don't give a flying. I just don't. I don't give a f at all. Because look what I got in exchange. It's so worth it. The pain could have been double the pain. And I'd still be sitting here saying, yeah, it's worth it. And I did these really cool treatments. I did an oxygen treatment, which I'd never heard of before. Basically, I would get into this booth. It was like a coffin almost. And it pumps oxygen into your face. And it promotes healing. So it goes through your cells, into your brain, and it helps your body heal faster, apparently. I don't know the science behind it, but apparently it's a real big deal. Otherwise, they wouldn't have it.
Two steps ahead. I am always 2 steps ahead.
People were pointing out that I was yellow. People were pointing out the bags under my eyes. I definitely feel a lot more refreshed now. I'm gonna put a side by side or something. Like, look at my face. 2 steps ahead. You know, I feel so much better. And I don't look yellow. Shh, stop, I can't laugh. I went through some really dark moments in that weight loss journey. Then I mean, no one knows yet. It was difficult. It was difficult. But when you go through hard stuff and you come out and feel like, I'm still dissatisfied, or I still don't look good, or I still don't feel proud, but let me act proud because everyone's gonna be proud of me. It was just a conflicted feeling.
No. No.